So we just walk straight into the Chantry, and we're greeted by Cassandra again, who now asks an important question.
Does it trouble you?
This allows the player a few choices to express the main character's issues with the only thing that matters to them, and what makes them unique: the mysterious mark.
It stops spreading and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power.
Okay, the mark needs more power, so we should figure out how to do that.
Clearly you have something in mind.
We do.
Alright, this is going along nicely. We enter the room again and meet a whole bunch of familiar people.
You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
If Cullen's the leader of the Inquisition forces, then what is Cassandra's role? Is she just a foot soldier? Anyway, there's Josephine, our diplomat, and Liliana again, our spy master.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
This sounds logical.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
Do Templars study magical marks on people's bodies? Why is this even up for debate? Magical problems require magical solutions. If we wanted to hunt down and stop mages, we'd call the Templars.
Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
If Templars are capable of weakening a magical hole in the sky so an unknown, underpowered mark on one's hand can then properly close it, then okay, Cullen, why don't we get help from both the Rebel Mages and the Templars then? We have plenty of people to go and talk to two parties, or we go to one and then the other. It shouldn't be that hard. We have ourselves, a brand new diplomat, a spy master, a religious nut, a military leader, and everyone around us. Let's just go do this.
Some are calling you, a mage, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you. It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
So because we don't have Chantry support, we can't talk to the Templars. Alright, that makes sense. But can't we just then talk to the Rebel Mages? The Rebel Mages rebelled against the Chantry and their circles, and the Chantry doesn't support us, so what's the problem? Let's at least go talk to them. Oh, and people are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and you get to answer how you feel about that.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Alright, that's interesting. You're a hero to some and a herald of bad tidings. That's a cool title to have. This gives us a sense of wonder as to how the rest of the game will play up both attitudes and if we can actually influence those.
A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Are clerics really invaluable? Although I guess she's higher rank than our Grand Chancellor Roderick. Well, maybe this Giselle person has more influence. Alright.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable thought. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
Wait, why am I going? I'm a heretic. Wouldn't an Inquisition be hunting me down if the Chantry had military power? Or am I here to convert all the Chantry folk into this new organization we just made? I thought we were just going to talk to a Mother Giselle.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
Wait, how am I better suited than any to recruit agents? If I'm a declared heretic and it's civil war with mages and Templars, the Chantry's all a mess and people are fighting for their lives, starving, whatever, and people think I'm the next coming or the harbinger of their destruction. I mean, wouldn't there be a bounty on our heads? Who would trust us? Wait a second, how would anyone even recognize us? Do they know what we even look like? And the religious folk could be in either camp. Wouldn't Cassandra be a better person since she's, I don't know, for some reason not in charge of troops anymore? She's highly famous and religious from serving the Divine. She's the actual person who took charge of my predicament when the Divine was killed. And then she declared the Inquisition. She's pretty much calling the shots here. I'm just a guy with a magic hand that closes tears, officially branded a heretic now. Sure, I should go talk to Giselle since people think I have some religious or divine authority, but the player can choose to not actually play up that role. But I shouldn't be trying to recruit people to my holy investigations of somehow restoring order, whatever that even involves. Now, regardless of these questions, and beside the fact we don't know what our organization does yet, this scene in this room is much, much more important and relevant than the previous scene with Cassandra talking to the Chancellor. In fact, if you entirely remove the declaration of the Inquisition, and instead replace that entrance to this room with this scene, things would make a lot more sense. We were a group, as we always were, and we have resources, people, and goals. The need to declare an Inquisition is, well, premature, and we don't even understand what it is we're fighting, or what an Inquisition, at least in this context, actually does. We're then introduced to the war table, and where to go about finding Mother Giselle. The last sentence that has value here is, "It is vital to protect her, and if possible, restore order in the area." It looks like mages and Templars are fighting, and then there's this woman with a bow who kills everyone. I think this is a representation of the war between Templars and mages, and Bow Girl is having none of that, because the Inquisition doesn't give a shit. They just all die. Is this our brand of restoring order? Is this justice? Who's in charge here? Who gave this order? Are scouts really this deadly? Maybe we could just go to Orzammar and get some female archery dwarves. I'm okay with that. No one will see us.
Nobody expects.
And after that brief interlude, we snap back to the war table with Leliana telling us in text format that the mages are killing everyone, the Templars aren't following orders anymore. Okay, good going, game. You now shown us and told us that the chaos is a representation of the mages and Templars killing each other. And how is that our problem? I mean, do we wait for the last few to kill each other and then snipe them off with our dwarven bow chicks? Is that our plan on how to restore order with arrows in the neck? Is this the point of the Inquisition? We then meet Liara, who's still busy hunting for shadowy brokerage firms in people's necks, and Cullen wants us to bet on some horses. Liara rambles on about Cullen's potential gambling problem, then says something relevant.
Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going.
And we have no idea where we are. Luckily, our Soliton radar system is fully functioning.
We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
The mysterious elf said as he threw bolts of heat-seeking ice energy at random undefined Templar opponents, ×4. We then meet up with two apparently Inquisition soldiers who worship the Seeker symbol. Is that the Inquisition symbol? It has a certain Lovecraftian tentacle thing going for it. All right. And then we awkwardly walk away. No conversation, just a salute, and yeah, we know exactly what you're thinking. We meet Mother Giselle, whose only skill seems to be a bedside manner, while trying to get the soldier who's hurt to accept magical healing.
Mother Giselle?
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
Okay, how do you know that? Did we tell you we were coming? Is it because I'm a mage? Is there something on my face? Like what?
But I did not ask you to come simply to debate with me.
Then why am I here?
And Mother Giselle goes into the politics of the Chantry and those who have denounced you as Andraste's herald, which is all fine. She suggests you simply go to them and plant a seed of doubt that you're not a monster or whatever she's getting at.
It's good of you to do this.
Is it really good? She just recommended we go talk to other clerics. That's a suggestion. There's no audience, no means of passage or invitation. It's just advice. Hey, go talk to the other clerics. Okay. Yeah, and?
The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us.
What are you talking about? I wanted to talk to you so you could help me communicate to the Templars or mages to juice up my mark or weaken the tear. I could have gone to any cleric here. And now you're telling me to go talk to any cleric. Well, whoop-de-doo, lady. What asinine help is this? How does this get us closer to the goal of sealing the breach or getting the Templars or mages on our side.
I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering.
Wait a sec. Are you going to make the gathering happen, or are you just giving us names for one? Do we make the gathering? Wouldn't we, or at least Leliana, already have the names of all the clerics anyway? And didn't we just have a gathering where everyone died? Something tells me not a lot of people want to go to gathering number 2, the gathering where we hopefully don't all explode. Listen, lady, you either make something happen for us, or you're useless. Okay, great. So now we have a useless cleric on our side, and we're going to mail bomb the clerics with the meeting we'd like them to attend, whom all of which have excommunicated us, are afraid of us, or only did so for political power. I need Templar or Rebel Mage support to either juice up the mark or weaken the breach. Liara went all psycho, so she's not exactly helping to get the Mage or Templar support in this area figured out. None of this is helping us. What is the point of the Inquisition? What are we doing here? What is going on?